So a lot of people ask with this, like, what happens if it goes wrong? What happens if you miss? What happens if you don't get it right? In short, I would say, within this episode, we've taken someone and taught them these skills, and we're going to have them put their newly found capabilities to the ultimate test. Can we take anybody and give them the skills to solve a crime? It's that simple. So the reason we think this episode is completely different to anything that we've done so far, and anything that's pretty much has gone before us, you know, we're not saying that it's unique to everything, because we've not seen everything that there is, but we feel that this is a pretty special episode, and that's simply because the techniques that we are teaching our subject are real. You know, this grand experiment is either going to work or it ain't. it's either going to go one way or the other. We will show you whatever the outcome is. As this isn't a big budget thing, we don't get several goes at this. This is a one-shot deal. Either this guy is going to be able to pass the ultimate test, or he's not. And it's really that simple. So each episode that's gone before touches in some way on the techniques that I have been teaching and I'm going to teach him, but suffice it to say that these are things that I've been teaching for a long time, so I know how to do it quite quickly now, and we are just going to take the cameras with us and see how he gets on, and then we'll show you the results. So it could be very anticlimactic, but we're hoping that it could be absolutely incredible and something that you've never really seen before.
Something is coming. Something big. One man. Coming soon to a cinema near you.
Okay, we're here in Leek, in the Roaches. We're location scouting for the end of the Deductionist. So we're looking to figure out what it is, what's the problem, what is the final problem. It's 0:30 of a Sunday morning, and Watson's on the way. Not really Watson. It's our subject for the episode. Ian, his name is. He's been a student of mine for a little while now. So yeah, I'm I've never done any of these tests with him before that we're going to do, and it's going to be fun.
That hat looks amazing.
It's a grand hat.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I've come up to Stoke today to do some training and potentially solve a crime with Ben. We're doing some memory tests and stuff like that. Ben's told me little to nothing about what we're going to be doing, so it's purely turn up, don't know what the hell I'm doing. Me and Ben met a couple of years ago. I came across his work purely by chance on the internet, and then I messaged him, and then I wanted to see these things in person, so I went down to Baker Street to one of his book launches. We got chatting and we started having a few lessons, and it's gone from there really, and that's been the last couple of years, and here I am now.
For those that don't know, me and Ian, we've been training for a while now. We've got various Skype elements done over our time together. Have you got a lot out of it so far? I mean,
Yeah.
don't be afraid like I'm putting you on the spot. Just tell them honestly, if you think it's shit, tell them it's shit.
Yeah, because I had it like maybe 6 months of trying to do it on my own, and I come up, roadblocks all the way. So then I stumbled upon your work by chance. Then obviously you showed me what was possible, and then it sort of snowballed from there. So yeah, it was
awesome.
It's an eye opener.
Well, thank you.
I will say it's an eye opener.
Thank you. And well, in terms of what we've prepared for this, do you have any expectations other than what you've seen in the trailers? Because we've been posting them to social media. I make no secret of the fact that you're a friend on social media. Yeah. So
I know that obviously the more you let slip about it, the more prepared I will be. So I know you were guarded against that. Yeah. So I've seen more on the trailers than you've let slip. So
I was saying to Ian before we started this that I'm very conscious about what I have to say, because I know he'll pick up on any certain details now. So in order to keep the whole thing a secret, it's like trying to be a politician, saying something without saying something.
I didn't know if some of the things were red herrings, so I've not read much into. I've just watched them.
Also good.
And that, so,
also good. Yeah. Just eliminate the impossible, as it were. So we've prepared some. I think pressure tests make it sound really because there's no pressure. It's just a case of with us actually being together now. There's different sort of tests that we can do so far. The way I teach a lot of this work is the deduction skills element boiled down to three things. That would be your reflexes, the way you reflexively approach certain things, your inner voice that we've talked about inside your head, your emotional control, and your memory, clearly. So we've designed just a couple of tests that are really going to tweak at those in some new ways that hopefully you've not challenged yet so far, because you don't find them a lot in everyday life. Okay, so what we've got here essentially is a flashier version of micro-expression training, because I thought it would be quite dull just to see you look at the training on screen and then tap it, just to see which one it is. That doesn't really make for good viewing. No. It's amazing training, but in terms of viewing, so we thought we'd put it to the test this way. We're going to deal with 5 of the basic seven micro expressions that leak on everyone's faces when there are no stakes involved, not the food, but stakes, no stakes involved. It's very difficult to gauge true reads. Okay, so with each one, I'm going to think of an emotion and a memory attached to it. You're going to see if you can get the right one and match them up, but I'm going to take a good few moments to make sure I'm actually feeling it and I'm actually in the zone. You talk whenever you want about what you're seeing on the face, doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that I'm actually feeling it, so you can be reading what's going on, and then we're going to add this element to it. So, like, say for example, we went with happiness first. Yeah. I'm not saying we're going with happiness first, but say we did. You would point to whatever envelope you then wanted. I would label that with a happiness sticker, and we'd move on. But with each time, just so you know what I'm writing down, I'm going to write down what emotion I'm going to think of. I'm going to show it to these guys, and then I'm going to put it down here, and then we'll crack on. I was going to say look away because I know you can pen read. You know what, I will also write down the memory that's attached with that. Okay, because I've got a very clear one in mind. Okay. Now, I'll give you the choice. Do you want my glasses on, glasses off?
Off.
Off?
If it's, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit clear.
Okay, and I am going to shut my eyes again just so I can make sure that I'm going to feel it, okay?
Eyebrows, I think I'm going to go with anger.
That's happiness that you guessing it right, by the way.
Oh, well. Sorry, got some weird blend of emotions going on there. So.
I didn't realise that was going to happen. Make Mama so proud.
Yeah.
And then all you're going to do is you're going to let that same intuitive vibe guide you. Point to an envelope.
Okay.
Which one, mate?
Go with that one.
Middle one?
Yeah.
Perfect. What kind of a memory do you think would be associated with my anger?
Anger. It could be anger would be some sort of flashpoint. It could be. It could be an event. Obviously one that you remember well, but nothing. It could. It could involve a partner, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, no, but I've already said yeah. It's great. Keep going.
So if it involves a partner, then I mean, probably the most likely it'd be being cheated on.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
I see. That's again not a weird blend.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it is a weird blend, really. But yeah, I did write down
Anger, yeah. Cheated on, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is why I have to take a few moments to get in the zone. Again, so
look away again.
Look away. I'll go for that. Okay. You get that? Yeah? Okay, I'm just going to do the same thing. Obviously, you know, when we get 4 of these out of the way, if you've got them right, you've got the last one right by default anyway.
Yeah.
But we'll just keep that going.
Not a lot going on, which probably leads me to yeah, maybe sad. Is it sadness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's probably the one where there's the least going on in the face. So I was struggling to see
Yeah.
a lot, so I just went with
Yeah.
sadness.
Again, any idea of what might make me sad?
I think the normal I suppose the standards for sadness would be either a death or
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
yeah. Well, I was going to say or a breakup, but
Yeah, no, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. I was thinking about when my friend died. Any idea how long ago that might have been, based on my reaction? Given the span of my life, maybe.
I'd say recent. A bit more recent.
Put a frame on it.
Within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. It was last year.
Yeah.
Same thing, you know. With no, I'll write up my sticker again.
I'll go with the top one then.
Top one.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm struggling to think of one. There have been quite a lot. Okay. I think this will be ooh. Nearly gave that away.
So movement in the mouth. So I'm going to go happiness. Happiness.
I feel naked. This is amazing. Yeah, it was
Okay.
happiness. Which envelope? No, backtrack. Memory.
Memory. Well, I would say. God, there's no. I mean, normally happiness is. You're not married, are you?
No, I was.
Yeah, not yet. So
Which probably means I'm happier now.
so it wouldn't be the wedding then.
No.
So possibly your next biggest thing, I suppose. I mean, family. Like after family would be maybe work.
Yeah.
Maybe work related. So what would be happy at work?
And I'm trying. This is ace. I'm trying not to look at you now. I'm doing what everyone else does.
Okay, so if it's work, then
I'm
suppose-
so pleased.
I suppose gigs are
Yeah.
not ten a penny, but the gigs you turn up at. I suppose that a lot of them are special. So could it be one that you performed at?
I'm sorry.
Especially made you happy. So Sherlock Holmes fans. So I'm going to say it was something Sherlock related at a place for a gig. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased this is
Cheers.
working. I'm so pleased. Pick an envelope.
We'll go middle this time.
Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look away.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily strictly this. Well, I suppose I can explain that after. Yeah, screw it. We'll see how we go. Yeah.
Again, it's similar to not a lot going on, but out of the two that are left, I think I would definitely see signs of one of them, so I'm going to say it's. Would it be fear?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would. And now I can explain more about it. I don't know if this will possibly lead you towards the memory, but I want to say it just to be fair.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of, it didn't necessarily scare me per se, or freak me out.
Right.
I'm drawing the distinction between that because I was happy for it to happen, but it didn't sit right with me.
Right. So that'd rule out a lot of things. Fear. I think that'd. So if you allowed it to happen, then probably wouldn't be a fear or a phobia of any kind. So that's narrowed it down to. So you let it happen. So you didn't. I know you've been ill in the last month, so
Yeah.
I would say it's something to do with that. So your appendix. It was your appendix, wasn't it? So
Correct.
So that sort of thing would need some sort of. I know you said you had surgery, so that would it be a fear of the whole procedure? I don't know. Need, I don't know if you do it with a need. I think it's more gas now.
Yeah.
So it'd be that sort of along them lines.
Yeah. Proper freak me out being put to sleep.
Yeah.
Proper
it
freak
would be,
me out.
Yeah.
Which one?
We'll get the bottom one.
Bottom one.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, and again, because we know the emotion,
Yeah.
I just want you to talk through what it might be.
Right. Okay. So for someone to surprise you,
Yeah.
I think they'd have to do well because I know you can pick up on anything. So, like a surprise party, or I think you'd be privy to that in advance. So, it'd be something that is genuinely unexpected. Then, so maybe, I don't know, maybe work related again, or related to work.
This guy.
So, work related. Maybe it was something that you didn't expect to do well, and it genuinely. I know it's a surprise, but I'll probably go with something that you first. It was maybe some of your earlier works that you published that you just put out as a, so you know.
Yeah.
Fly the flagpole, serious salute sort of thing. Yeah, so I'd say it was something to do with
Yeah.
your book.
You spot on. You spot on.
Success with some of your works that have
You spot on.
published.
I was thinking about when the monographs were number
Yeah,
one on
number
Amazon.
one, yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
So this was just an additional element to a micro expression test I wanted. I told you that there were photos in here beforehand. I can't remember if I said that on camera or not, but I did tell you there were photos in here that I couldn't show you ahead of time. Incidentally, I didn't tell you anything else. I didn't tell you about my memories, didn't tell you an order we were going to do. I haven't gone, be a sport, we're going to do it this way, it'll be dead cool and clever. Yeah? I should have just wrote on the bloody envelopes, really. I have to do it this way so that none of the others get revealed. So we had sadness.
Yeah.
There's me being really sad.
There it is, yeah.
And in case that wasn't obvious,
Yeah.
I wrote on the back as well.
Yeah.
Surprise. Everyone's favourite. Do you want to reach in?
Yeah.
Take it out. Happiness.
Yes.
My big giant face. Happiness on the other side. These were the photos that I included in the monographs as well. So I thought it'd be a good callback.
Those are the originals available on eBay. No, then. That's the knife, mate. Fear. Anger. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I don't know if you remember in one of the episodes or not, but again, for some people that may or may not have seen it, I'm just going to explain it all anyway. We did some pressure tests of my memory.
Yep.
We did a Rubik's Cube underwater. And we did sort of our version of a scene from The Mentalist.
Number 8, a tree. Number 9, the number 23.
Where he was getting drowned in a bathtub. And having to memorise a list of stuff. Zilla Pal Mike.
That's right. Number 29.
I hated it.
I loved it.
Yeah, well, you obviously loved it. You were drowning in it. But I think I maybe got like maybe 30 something of them right. Yeah. So it's not an easy thing by any stretch of the imagination. So are you familiar with waterboarding? I'm kidding. We're just going to have you do something physical. Yeah. And I mean, are you comfortable with a plank? Cool. Yeah. So we'll have you plank for as long as you can whilst I read the list. And when you rest, I'll stop reading the list so that you only get to memorise as you're doing something physical. I'll write down a list of again 25 things, say. I think that's fair. And I'll vary them.
Yeah.
From it won't be anything like pi to 400 places for number 3. It will just be like maximum, say 2-digit numbers.
Yeah.
I'll do a few playing cards, and I'll do mostly objects.
Okay.
Okay. But again, just for them, because there'll be people thinking it. I've not gave you any advanced warning of this. I've not given you a list to pre-memorise, and I didn't even tell you were going to be planking until a couple of minutes ago. 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason it's going to pressure test how you think about these is because I'm going to go quite slowly. So when you get tired, you're going to start thinking things like, come on. So there's going to be that little battle inside here going on. We're just going to have fun with that.
Yeah. Okay.
And it genuinely, right, I'll tell you now, don't expect to do very well. I will give you an advanced tip. If you want to use the peg system, do that. If you want to use a journey, you're going to need 26 places. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, and I'll tell you that on camera, just so people know that I'm not hiding things. I feel like Victoria Apu. Don't start just yet, mate. Let me just tell you this. Is a bit of a helpful hint. Have really clear in your head which system you're going to use. Like we know we've got 26 objects, so it might be that you want to go the peg system. Might be that you want to go for a 26 place journey. Yeah. After we've done getting through the list, tell me what system you've used, and I will frame my questions based upon that. So like say for example, if you have gone for a journey system, I'll ask you them in order. If you've gone for a peg system, I'll ask you them out of order.
Okay.
So number 1 is the Jack of Spades. Number 2 is a shoe. Number 3 is 23. Number 4 is a chair. Number 5 is the 8 of Hearts. Number 6 is a grandfather clock. Number 7 is the number 33. Number 8 is a pogo stick. Number 9 is the 7 of diamonds. Number 10 is a staple, a single staple. Number 11 is the number 16. Number 12 is a mobile phone. Number 13 is a razor. Number 14 is a pillow. Number 15 is the 6 of clubs. Number 16 is an ordinary handheld apple.
Can we stop?
Yeah. You're gonna have. This is all about you in your head now. We're just gonna talk about the shot. And again, mate, whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Some of them are gone.
They're not. Don't feed yourself that suggestion.
No.
What technique did you use?
Journey.
Journey. Okay. So talk it through whenever you're ready. From the start.
What's the problem?
I'll stop. Go on.
Sort of skip a few. And then
Yeah.
Sort of go. Because they will come back. They always.
Yeah, they always do.
So I'm going to skip to number 5, which was the grandfather clock.
That was number 6.
Yeah, it's number 6, grandfather clock. 7 is the number 33.
Yeah. I told you it was a difficult test.
Oh, let me. Okay, I'll skip to the middle. Number 15 is 6 of clubs. 16 an apple. 17 is 20 is a carpet. 21's a hammer. 22 is a it's a number. It's number 25. The next one is pogo stick.
Pogo stick
No.
is back near the beginning.
Okay. Can I go to number 24?
24, yeah.
Is glass.
Yeah.
25 is kneecap. 26 is number 38.
Correct.
17, was that uvula?
18.
Yeah.
Uvula.
Number 5, 8 hearts. Yeah. 2,
That's a shoot.
4 is a chair.
4 is a chair.
5 is 8 hearts.
Yeah.
6 is a grandfather clock.
Yeah.
7 is 33.
Yeah.
8 is pogo stick.
Yeah.
9 is 7 of diamonds.
Yeah.
8 is a staple. No, it's not. 8 is the 7.
8 was the pogo stick. 9 was the 7 of diamonds. 10 was the
is
staple.
yeah. 11, no. 12, no. 13's a razor.
Correct.
23 is a it's a magnet. Yeah.
If you want to bow out at any time, don't feel pressured to get them all.
Once again.
Yeah.
So I've got number 2. It's number 1 that I'm struggling with.
You're missing on 1, 3, 11, 12. Yeah, so not 4.
Well, no, 11. Is that a hammer?
No, hammer is 21.
No. 11. Oh, I know what number 3 is now.
Okay.
That's the number 23.
Correct.
11. No, 11's. No. Oh, which was the last one I'm missing?
You're now missing the first one.
Yeah.
11, 12, and 17.
No, I'm not going to get them.
Okay.
No.
So the first one was the Jack of Spades.
Yeah.
11 was number 16. 12 was a mobile phone. 14, sorry, was a pillow. And 17 was the number 14. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 missing out of 26.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm mocking your work now. 21 out of 26, dude. That is very not bad.
No. Even though I'm a
Honestly,
bit disappointed with that because
changes it up, doesn't it, when you add a physical
just sitting
element?
there eating your breakfast while I do normally practice this, it's easy. But like I say, when you're doing that, crikey.
It's that element of just slightly tweaking your comfort zones, slightly tweaking how you think about it. It's the difference between deducing in a controlled setting, which essentially we are, versus public, versus pressure, versus intensity. So it's trying to get as close to, you know, highly pressurized, intense situations as we can within a controlled setting.
Because the ones that I sort of don't come, they sort of go when I go over the list a couple of times. That's why I'm picking random ones.
Yeah, mate.
Out of thin air. But
I don't give a monkey's how you got them.
Yeah.
The fact is, you got, I don't know the exact maths, but most of them right.
3/4.
So yeah, that's pretty amazing, mate. Well done.
So.
You're gonna take in as much as you can about the surroundings. I'm gonna be as quiet as possible. You memorise it in whatever way you want. We'll go over it a couple of times. I am gonna get petrol at some point as well, just to facilitate the actual doing of this experiment. And I will tell you what point won't be included in the drive round. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some fun with it, and I'll show you what, because you're not from round here.
No.
Yeah. How many miles away from this area would you say you are?
It was, I think it said about 60 or 70 miles.
60 miles away. So all this is new for you.
It took an hour to get here.
It took an hour to get here. All this is new. So that's why we're going to be fair. We're going to keep the surroundings to a bare minimum. But I've lived here all my life, and I'm only 21 years old. Can you just put that on your head again? I know we've done it once for Facebook, but just, it's dark in there, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. And then see what the people are still contracting about this. All I need you to do, Ian, is to keep your hand on my shoulder. And think stop, slow, fast, left, right. Hand on.
Oh, you threw it? Oh.
Squeeze my shoulder. Think if the car's coming. Anyway. Should be Pizza Hut here. And a McDonald's down there. This is a very busy roundabout we're about to come up to. So just concentrate on the traffic. And it's coming up. Thank you. Yes, there it is. Thank you. Should be a quick turn. There should be a curve. Whoa, can't breathe in here. Now this is a one-way. Oh, there's the stop sign. So again, the traffic's this way. You see police, scream it so I can take this off my head. Can you see? Because if you can't see, I can't see. If there's anything that comes up that you think I should know about, don't think it, just say it. So should we coming up to the side street after this roundabout? Ha, that was a bump. I heard you say, so that'll do. Ah! That's a curb. Okay. I know the sound's going to be a little bit off because of the windows, but I'm hoping Ian can get some sounds in his head, some sights, some smells. So I'm giving him every single possible chance that he can have of memorising where we are. So this, we'll cut back in here. So start as you mean to go on, mate. I'll keep silent, and I'll just drive round for a little bit, and then I'll drive back to Adam's house, and then we'll start from there. Ain't it?
Oh god.
I'll have to try and inhibit my reactions as well, lest I give you anything away. you when we've officially come to a stop.
Yeah.
Okay, like we're here. That's when you tell us where we are. But for now, we're still going.
Right, okay, I've got an idea.
Go on, where are we?
No, it might be wrong, but right. Are we back where we started?
Yeah! Yeah, we are.
Are we parked near my car?
Which one's your car?
I've got a blue Corsa. No, I think that's further up the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, further up. Right.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, take it off. See where we are.
Oh, so we are.
You want to try another one?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Do me a favour. Just hold your hands over your ear. This is for Ian while you're in the bag as well. I just want to talk to the camera a minute. You good, mate? This would be a good one to shoot for the live. You're out here to listen. Right. This is the first stop.
Right, okay. Have we just gone by pub on the right hand side? I think it's a pub called Park or something. Are we just down the road from that?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
That's. I think it was further up. Or it was sooner in my mind than we stopped. So I think we stopped past it.
So do you remember what was past it?
No. Oh, was it that? We talked to. Was it the? No, it weren't the steak place, was it? That was.
Yeah.
It was the steak. Yeah. The Rare. Was it called?
It was
Rare.
called Rare.
Rare.
Nicely done. So we can hear his surroundings. I'm not sure how much you can hear with that bag on your head, but we're here.
Okay. Right. I think. Was it? I forget the full name of the street, but is it Queens? Queens something.
We've just turned off Queens.
Right, we was on Queens, we just turned off it.
We were on Queens and then we turned left.
Right. Well that's where we start. Well, there's a couple of roads off Queens. There's the one where we started.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one before that wasn't Rowland Street, was it?
Close.
Close?
Very close.
Okay, but where are we now, if you had to pick one?
Are we on Rowland Street?
No.
No.
So it's the other one?
It's where we started then.
Where we started, okay. Whereabouts on the street are we?
Lansdowne. We've just pulled in.
Lansdowne, yeah.
Yeah,
You got it?
We just pulled in. We're not even outside the house we were in earlier. We're probably a bit up street from it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. I'm amazingly chuffed with how accurate the whole day's been. We got a lot of stuff done. Next time, obviously, in terms of scheduling, we'll actually, do the whole crime thing then.
Yeah.
And then you can watch the whole screens as well. Make sure everything's separate like that.
So I'm trying to get my breath.
Yeah. It's difficult to breathe in that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how did that go for you? Did you?
Good.
With what expectations or?
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting to be wearing that for a thing. But yeah, it was hard work, challenging, but it was good.
And it sounds like a cheesy question to ask, but do you have a pride in the work that you've done today?
Yeah,
I feel that you should.
Yeah,
because they really aren't easy what you've done.
Yeah, I mean,
really impressive.
Because when you said we'd be driving around, the first instinct was I don't know.
Yeah,
I know the street that we're on.
Yeah,
because you texted me the address, but apart from that, I was not clued in at all. But yeah, I did surprise myself.
Good.
Massively.
Because I imagine if I said to you, Ian, come down, we're going to put a bag on your head, we're going to drive you around, I'm going to drive blindfolded, you're going to read my face, you're going to figure out what I'm thinking, you'd have gone, no.
Called sick.
Yeah, called in sick. But yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And awesome. I'm really chuffed.
Forward to that.
Just so you know as well, after you've solved the crime, or not, depending on however it goes, no pressure. We're gonna go to somewhere high, not in the the marijuana sense of high, like literally high up. Did you say no?
That lights up.
And then we're gonna do our version of the fall.
Yeah,
just to let you know.
Ominous.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Leave it there.
Successful first day.
Successful first day.
Thank you very much.
That's not even on.
So we're here in Derby. We're filming The Crime today. It's gonna put his skills to the ultimate test, proving that emotions really are antagonistic to clear reasoning. So we're roaming around the city centre filming some stuff today, and hope you guys enjoy it.
So we're here 4 years on.
4 years.
4 years.
Wow.
How did we get to this point?
Too many Starbucks sessions, wasn't it? It was through an idea of, doing something different with this dynamic that people have become so used to.
Yeah.
People, see these magicians, mentalists, whatever you want to call them, on the TV and whatnot, and I want to do something different with that. And I think, I might be biased, I might not, I don't really know. I think we've achieved that.
Can people do this? Can anybody do this?
Well, that's one of the, that's what I would consider to be one of the final problems. If you've got a guy, albeit a made-up guy based on however many real people that we could quote, we've talked about that many times, but if we've got a guy that loves his skill set and loves the work as much as what he does, you would think that he would want to pass it on. So is the final problem, in essence, how do you do that in a way other than monographs? So that's just us exploring that twist within the 21st century. I think we've done it.
There's a solution to this problem.
It's buying my book. So
we're all mic'd up.
Urban filmmaking.
Yes.
So these are great spots to train in, right? To sort of run training games, because you have the option of testing your skill in terms of quick reasoning, quick deductions, quick inductions. But you also have the option, and sometimes by chance alone as well, of confirming your skills. And you look around, you get a wide array of people. It's England, so it's been raining, given the fact that it's been raining. Are their shoes wet or dry? Why would they be dry? How long have they been inside? Where are they going? Are they with anyone? Why are they dressed like? What are they doing in here? The list goes on and on. You look around, just collected within a certain shop. I don't know if we're allowed to name the place, but collected within a certain place to get a vast array of people.
We'll get them as a sponsor now.
And also, given the time of year with the kids, some have gone back to school, some haven't. You know the area well, you might be able to figure out where they go to school, which sounds creepy, but it's a good test of your skill. You've got the people in the queue, the couple at the side, then the family, then the old couple still talking in the corner, So we're here. This is where the crime is going to happen. Ian doesn't know it. Hopefully, at this stage, nobody knows it. It's going to be a fun test. We're going to play with his expectations, because the minute you mention you're going to solve a crime, people have certain models of how they think about this kind of thing. So we're hopefully going to twist that all on its head with a red dot test flavour. So this is sort of a game that I came up with in order to try and test the way you read the faces of random people, right? Because I don't want you to perceive them through any sort of cognitive bias in that sense of, oh, he looks like this or she looks like that type of thing. So I can tell you that in here there are a group of criminals, and there are a group of what I've dubbed as innocent people, just photos of people. They might be criminals, but there's nothing written about them anyway. So there's some criminals where, you know, I know they are criminals, and some where I've called them innocents. Okay, and I'm gonna hold one out to you, and you're just gonna separate them one way or the other. Yeah. What then would you say stand out about this person?
Well, nothing in particular. He just
Nothing. That's fine. That's fine. What stands out about this guy?
He's quite a thick neck. He looks. He's got his head sort of tilted back, so he looks like.
Well, just so you know, this guy was a criminal, and this guy was an innocent.
Yeah.
Looks like I can show you. Yeah. You did very well.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. Now, the reason I can't turn these over just yet is because there's one specific criminal in particular we are focusing on, right, that relates to the details that are in this newspaper article. So clearly it's not him, which is why I picked him out. So what I will do, I don't need to be affected by the details, so I'll just get it into sort of a line-up. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is get a 2-digit number in your head. I can tell you it's an odd number. Okay. Nothing more than that. Might be to do with their age, might be to do with the length of time that they were sent away for. I'm not giving you any more clues than that.
Yeah.
Right? You know what? I will. I'll tell you it was the length of time that they were sent away for. Right. So what sort of crime do you think would fit that number that's in your head? If there's a murder?
Yeah, murder, I would say.
That's fine, we'll stay with that. And then all I want you to do is focus on whichever one of these you think might be a murderer.
Okay.
Which one? Just point to me.
He stands out.
This guy?
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
Well, when you went through them first time, he just jumped out. I don't know whatever it's just there's something about it. It's one of those things you just can't put your finger on. Yeah.
He's the one on trial. What was the number?
17.
17. Called Delaney, born 2nd of November 1972. Resides in Stratford of the UK. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll try and read it upside down. A local man by the name of Michael Delaney, known only to his friends as Mike, was convicted today of the murder of a local businessman. Seems you're on a winner. Well, it's tough to talk about this as a winner, but you know, it seems to be like you're on to
17.
any
No, not really. No, just 17. That was it.
17, but
no real
fair enough.
into it. Yeah, quite.
You've got an eye for the crime. Criminal! That makes you sound like a criminal yourself. Sorry.
This thing in the shop, right, it's called Omar. And it's basically just a giant penis based off an actual person, I'm told, who's called Omar. This is a real thing that hung between somebody's legs.
Do you remember that brick wall we just passed?
Not now, I've got dicks on the brain.
What was the number on either side of the wall?
I don't remember either side, but one of the numbers on one side was 18. 1-8. It's 18 on both.
Tell me more about this dildo.
There's a pub round here, man.
Hold on a sec.
Huh?
You know the...
Oh, what now? Should I do this?
You know the Reliance electrical sign? Actually, don't move. It was
What's
covering up another sign.
Oh. It was blue and white, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Panasonic?
Yeah. Pay attention to the bins you're passing. Pay attention to the colour of the bins.
You're not supposed to tell me what you're going to ask me.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you?
You just said.
You see the bins?
Yeah.
Now look at me. It's the name of the house behind you.
Screw you! Prosperity House.
Son of a... We lost.
I actually know where we are. We're in Derby.
That memory palace put to good use again. Quick test.
Right.
I'm going to ask you to turn around in a second.
Sorry. Okay.
Look at all the signs on those railings, everything on that gate, and just try and soak it all in.
How long do I get?
I'll give you 20 seconds. Oh, you got everything? How many railings were there?
I knew you were going to be a cop.
Were you looking through the railings?
I was looking through the railings. I had a little look at the signs, so I know about the EMS and the adverts for children, the 5 mile an hour and all the rest of it. But your railing question is going to depend on what you classify as the start of the railings, right? Because there's the two thick ones either side. So do you class the two thick ones, or do you start on the little thin ones?
Go on, add the two thick ones in.
And are you talking about both railings or just one?
Both.
Right, it's going to be a guess then. It's going to be there or thereabouts. Right. So there's going to be about 25 little ones, two thick ones either side of each.
Yeah.
So 27 total times that by 2. Right. So 27. So we'll be one off. It'll be 28. 28 times 2. One off.
Oh!
This is what happens. You don't use your memory palace enough. You go stale, miserable, and it grows defunct packets of Russian cigarettes and a shoe.
Visuals we give people.
I know, right?
They're just the gift that keeps on giving.
So a lot of people ask with this, like, what happens if it goes wrong? What happens if you miss? What happens if you don't get it right? In short, I would say it doesn't matter at all. It's part of the learning curve. At length, I would say for this, just to make more of an entertaining piece, we're obviously going to show you more things going right than they go wrong, but we'll show you the things that go wrong as well. You can see those mostly in my deduction experiments on YouTube as well. If it goes right, great. If it goes wrong, c'est la vie. You learn something else. That's the way I like to think about it. You either hit or you learn something, which is a good way to accent your learning curve in a positive way, as opposed to letting the emotional voice inside your head become too antagonistic towards clear reasoning. So like some of the things we've done with Ian today, like with the memory test where he did when he was planking, that was what it was. You know, I gave him a couple of prompts to do with certain things in certain areas, and there were some things he flat out didn't know. We just filmed it as it was. That's the sake of with all of the things that we do. We have an idea, and then we go out and see if it works. And if it works 100%, great. If it works 70%, we'll still show it to you. If it completely doesn't work, in terms of, you know, the effect not working, or me missing a deduction, or it thematically just not working, then we don't put it in.
It can be easy for a beginner to get caught up on the Sherlock shows and think everything's as clean and cut and dry, when it's not. There's a lot of thought and a lot of work that goes into. It's weird to say, but when you actually do this in the real world, you can sort of grow to sort of dislike the show a little bit for the liberties they do sort of take, but you put that aside, it's very different to how it's depicted on the show. But it, you know, occasionally you get a big one that comes, you know, you can read a lot, but then like I'll have days, obviously I'm still training, but I'll have days where I see nothing. You know, it's like waiting for a bus, either nothing or 3 or 4 at once.
We've touched on a few separate skills from each episode, and the final problem in essence would be how you work them all together under one skull, so to speak. But we're definitely tying in like our version of a Moriarty twist, in the grand sense of the crimes not being what you would be engineered to expect them to be, if that makes sense. There is an idea of a plan, and if your emotional qualities are too antagonistic to clear reasoning, then that plan can make you blind to the truth. You need to eliminate the impossible, and whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. And that's the truth of the lesson, the final lesson.
Within this episode, we've taken someone and taught them these skills that we've been showing to you, and we're going to have them put their newly found capabilities to the ultimate test.
In terms of the crime, I can tell you we're going to set it up in here.
Yeah.
When we filmed Octopus Tattoo, we had various cameras in play, so there's going to be multiple screens for you to watch at the same time. So you're essentially going to be watching my multi-screen setup, but you're going to be watching just the stuff we filmed Octopus Tattoo in Derby. Check them out on Facebook or whatever. I don't really do social media. I don't really know how that feels in my face. I can tell you that it will be a petty crime. I feel that's fairly obvious and doesn't guide you in too much though, like, because we can't obviously orchestrate a murder. No matter how many times you do that, it's always going to come with a jail sentence. The weapon is him. Now when I asked him to pitch it,
here lies Colonel Mustard.
Here lies Reverend Green, killed with a lead pipe.
Left on two.
Immediately step back.
So, yeah, turn the camera off. Observation forms the part and the key to any form and true deductive process. You got to know where you're paying your attention to. If you're paying your attention to the whole thing or just one focus bit. So here's a little test of your observation. The robbery has happened. Did you see it? Okay, so the reason we designed it in this way is because we wanted to try and force him into a place where he's going to challenge that inner voice inside of his head that tells him, oh, he's seen so many videos, he's heard us say that there's going to be a crime committed, it's going to happen on, you know, we're trying to engineer him to force him to think that it's going to be on these videos, when really if he's paying attention to all of the details and all of the surroundings everywhere, as he should be, being the deductionist that we've made him into, he should not perceive this with any sort of cognitive bias, and he should be able to take it with the evidence that's in front of him. So the things that he'll experience during this time is, did I miss anything? Why did I miss things? And then he'll start to panic because there's cameras on him. He'll start to feel under pressure that he can't see a crime, and we've told time and time again that there might be one. You know, that's the sort of internal cognitive roller coaster that we're trying to make him go on, which, given the time and effort that he's put into training as a deductionist, should not happen. But he's never been in a situation like this. I've never been in a situation like this. So it's an evil test. It is, because in terms of what he's gonna, well, not he, but Joe Public would expect a crime to be inside a shop. He's probably thinking, you know, someone's stealing something, gonna walk out without paying, you know, some form of broken window maybe. So let's see if he picks up on it, and hopefully it'll go well. And if it doesn't, sorry we wasted your time.
I think someone's listening in.
So yeah.
I might have something.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I might have.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm second guessing myself.
Well, don't second guess yourself. I know that's easier said than done. So what we'll do?
This might sound, but it's something that's in every single screen bar one.
Okay.
I can see, but
Well, mull it over for a bit.
Yeah.
Mull it over for a bit.
Yeah.
We'll go out. We'll get that other footage.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back.
Yeah.
We'll get the cutaways. If you need to watch it again, you can watch it again.
Yeah. It's just.
People in all their infinite glory and difference provide a veritable deductive mystery. Small family on the side of school shopping for each other. Book in the bag's a gift for someone else in the Waterstones bag, not the kids. Otherwise the kids would be more obsessed with the bag. Couple at the front, a girl drinking the bottle of Coke, having your knee problems in the right one. Smokers coming in, smoker's forehead by the door.
So all this will be in.
Yeah.
It's just literally let your mind run, let it work. So pick name a person and let it run.
Yeah, it
Talk
might be a
about
bit sporadic.
It doesn't matter, just go for it. We go for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes something like that.
Yeah.
You're letting, as Bruce would say, you're letting it hit all by itself.
Okay, this woman here, I'd say she's left-handed. No, right-handed. The bag's threw me off until I seen her smoking. This guy here, quite easygoing, probably non-committal. That couple up there, I'd say they'd most likely have a dog. Dog person for her, with the colouring in her hair.
Yeah. So let's think jobs now for the next few people.
It's harder than it looks.
Just let your mind run.
Yeah.
Just talk out loud.
Okay.
Don't second guess yourself.
There we go. Woman on the left, smoker.
Yeah. Woman on the right.
Not sure. I'd say yes.
Yeah. Is it interesting that a question we might be able to get a shot of? In that pram, is it a boy or a girl?
I'd think a boy.
Okay, we might be able to get a shot of colours in there. We can't because it's all covered up.
No.
That'd have been fun. Yeah.
The lady who just walked past us, non-smoker. People can walk by and you can be totally blank, then somebody will walk by and you think, oh yeah, this. So it doesn't happen every time. Come on, people. The guy on the left in the black, I would say some sort of, possibly a driver, or some sort of static work.
Why?
Well, his belly, his legs were out of proportion to his body, so that might lead me to being a driver.
Yeah.
That guy there with the hat on.
Stripy top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to tell because I can't see his hair. He I would say he's possibly unemployed.
Pitching?
Yeah, he looks, maybe he's caught in a rut, maybe. Like this guy here.
With the sun?
I would say inside worker for him. Possible cat person.
So you've watched the vids?
Yeah.
Sensing some trepidation?
A little bit.
So just talk me through some of the thoughts you've had. If you had more than one idea as well, we'll take them all.
Well,
we'll take them all.
I did see. I was looking, and there was something that cropped up in every one, but it was a bit silly. But then I went back on that idea, and I think I was looking for something that maybe wasn't even there.
Okay.
In the first place, it's all eggs in one basket. This is
right.
Initially, I thought that
I'm trying not to look at you because you'll read my face.
Come through just to the left.
This is a great position. I've never been in this position before. I feel so naked.
It was something to do with something I saw on all of the screens bar one.
Right.
It was something that was in my face all the time.
Right.
It was an open bin.
Right.
Then I thought, is it a hygiene crime? Is it? But then, kind of supposed to dispose of things carefully, but then I turned around and something was missing. Maybe I was looking at the screens for no reason. I was looking for something that was never going to happen. Maybe the crime wasn't on the screen. I thought the crime was happening right under my nose, and the screens were a distraction.
But we did tell him that the crime was going to be happening in this room. I did say on the video, we're about to commit the crime. Picked up his coat and walked out.
That's one of the lessons we've been doing from day one. Don't focus on one thing, be consciously aware. So I think, okay, I'm going to say it, I think the crime, if you can call it a crime, is the removal of my coat from the room whilst I was looking for something that I was never going to find.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. So, yeah, thank you for buying my breakfast from Tesco. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was the crime. So we come to Derby to Octopus Tattoo to film the crime. The only thing is, there's no crime. It was all a lie.
And where are we actually then?
We're at your house, dude. We're at your house. It's very hard to control that little voice that says you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're not going to be able to do this, you're going to be able to do the other. So we really wanted to create something that tested that.
Yeah.
So we wanted you focusing on the videos. When there's even like little bits. Last time you were here, we said to you the crime's going to happen in this room, and so we wanted you to think that okay, this is going to be towards the setup of the videos, and so we get to that point where maybe you'd be sat in your head thinking like, "What have I missed it? Or what's going on?" And then you start to doubt and maybe just come back from that slippery slope downwards, which you did brilliantly.
Obviously, because the trailers that you two have put out have obviously it's the crime. Everyone's everyone's thinking the crime. With the screenshots that are on there. Yeah. Then when I turn up and there's 5, 6 screens. The idea that the crime is not actually the 6 screens, it's just something you'd never think of, but it came to me, it was when I turned around and I realised,
I thought with you being in the Sherlock position, it'd be a good chance to flip it. So, if you remember at the start, I told you to think of a character name, a shop you could rob, something you wanted to do when you were a kid. Right? I told you that was for something else, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's not, it's for this. Because I wanted to try and leak this back to you, and you've kept that information secret, fair?
Yeah.
Not told me, nothing?
No.
I think it's still signed in an envelope underneath you, isn't it? If you you want to show the signed across the seal as well.
That is.
I'm going to try and figure out the character name and the shop you would burgle in your head. This is all sort of based on one of my favourite stories in terms of like the backtrack and the relationship between Sherlock and Moriarty. It was all about this sort of byplay of their relationship and the fact that they both had these skills, but they used them for very different reasons. When you came up with the shop you were going to burgle, just to clarify, he hasn't. Without giving me any details of the shop at all or whatever's in there, how was it that you came up with that?
It was a bit of a reach because I was struggling to sort of
think of one.
Yeah, because
Right.
I'm not material. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. So it was something that I could find
Okay.
a use for.
It's going to be a high street shop, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Character name. So we'll go with a male name. It won't be anything outlandish like Tarquin or Eduardo. You know, it will be a fairly normal sounding name. Yeah. As I say the alphabet, think something positive on whatever the first letter is of the name. I don't care what it is, just if you think stop there, that one, anything like that, okay? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, okay. Nah, it wouldn't be that. I'm just going to say out loud, and this is either going to be very right or very wrong. I don't think you'd have gone for Sean purely because of the different ways of spelling it. Now, in the climax of the story, you may have seen me talk about this before, because I talk about this a lot. What Moriarty would do when Sherlock had missed something is he'd leave these like little tokens behind with details of the character he was playing scratched inside, and it's sort of like you missed it type of thing, and it would really play in with his ego defamation, I think is a good word, good collection of words. So I had one made, a replica of the coin. What was the shop you would rob?
HMV. Lack of imagination. Who robs HMV? It's ridiculous.
I'd rob HMV because they've got a lot of decent comics in there. And your character name?
It's Stephen. I think I put Stephen. Yeah.
Steve. Now, unbeknownst to you, because we stole your coat, I've let you carry the coin around with you that I had made. Now, just before you take it out, the story goes that he would scratch into it, I am not whatever character he was playing, I am Moriarty, and then he scratch his date of birth in the back. What was it you wanted to be when you were a kid?
Policeman.
Policeman.
I am not the policeman, I am Moriarty.
And the date of birth you had in mind?
Yeah, 6th of the 4th, 82,
And that, mate, is a rather cheap souvenir of the events. Thank you so much for your time.
It's been brilliant. Yeah,
I do appreciate it, and you should feel incredibly proud of yourself.
But now it frees up your thinking. You know, everything's not as it sort of seems. You can apply it to everything. Not looking too intently at something and focusing on everything else as well as, you know, I can't see a situation in life where you can't use it, you know, in any job, and you have to be on it all the time. It's not like you can pick it up. It's like a tool, you know. If you don't pick a tool up for a month, it gets rusty. You know, it's the same sort of thing.
I've spent the better part of my life in pursuit of fictional skills to try and make them as real as humanly possible. That accounts for some grey areas.
These are not the right shoes at all. Okay, and action.
So thank you for doing this final bit. This is the final lesson, okay? I thought it'd be a good test of your deductive skills. We have 3 boxes, and here's what's going to happen, right? You're going to go and hide behind one of these cliff faces somewhere. I'm going to get into one. Adam's going to nail it in, and we're going to weigh down the others with some gym plates that I brought from home. So the weight, you can't just immediately tell, you know? Okay, yeah. And I want you to push 2 off.
Yeah, okay.
Straight away. Yeah, okay, boss.
No problem.
But yeah, that's the thing. I want to see how much faith I've got in your skill with this final lesson, because I'm going to put my life in your hands. Well,
have you got any life insurance?
I do have life insurance. I haven't got you to sign a waiver though. So yeah, that's. I don't want to say anything more than that. 3 boxes. You push 2 off. Hopefully, I'll be in the one that's left.
Yeah, I hope as well.
Yeah. So you can and ah, you can rock up and push. You know, it's down to what you've learned. Let's make it work. Okay. So Adam's just setting up the GoPro, so we can show you guys that Ian's going to go and hide away in a place where he can't actually see which box that I'm climbing into. Okay. So, if you want to make your way down, dude, and if Adam, will you just give us a big shout when he's there, mate, so we can crack on. Yeah, do be careful, mate. Like I said, we genuinely haven't got you to sign a waiver. I mean, we will drive you to the hospital, but you're paying.
Yeah, he's down there.
Is he down?
Yeah.
Sweet. Shall we just go? Leave him there.
The final lesson. Abandonment.
Done. Okay, so there's nothing for you to stand on there.
Just so I'm out the way from the sun.
Okay.
Action.
Okay, so got the GoPro here. You guys are gonna be able to see the actual moment I shit myself. Dude, do you want to nail the lid on?
You put the lids on.
Fuck, that's loud.
we have an idea, and then we go out and see if it works. What happens if it goes wrong? What happens if you miss?
Okay, Ian. Right, feel free to give the box a proper good shove, because if he's in it, it'll be heavy.
Right, okay.
So if you've made your choice, go with it.
I think the final lesson, the final problem, whatever you want to call it, is more of a personal philosophy. In the sense that there would be those that will watch this and will go, "Oh, it's just trick after trick after trick," because that invades, their way of life too much. So their final problem will be figuring it out. The final problem to me will be, have I communicated in a way that helps people understand that you can learn how to do this yourself? It was a labour of love, and I really just genuinely want to thank you all for coming along with me on it. Who knows what we'll see next time? There are ideas in the works. Thank you again. There is an idea of a plan. And if your emotional qualities are too antagonistic to clear reasoning, then that plan can make you blind to the truth. You need to eliminate the impossible, and whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. And that's the truth of the lesson. The final lesson. Ian? Ian? What? What?
Son of a...
Dude, you fucking your window's open. Has he really just taken all that stuff?
Was that the crime?
That's a Mac. That's a Mac. That's 2 iPads.
So he is Moriarty.
Mother.